Hello everybody, welcome back for some more Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And so last time, I guess, Cell showed up, and now this episode, well, it's been a while, but I think we're probably, okay, yeah, that's right, we're going to go fight 17 real quick, that's what it was. I know it's been a bit, and I know at one point I mentioned something like I should just, do as much of the Kakarot stuff as I can, because the people that wanted Kakarot, at least deserve to see more. But I'm going to be honest with everybody, I don't know. I've kind of fallen off of it for a little bit now. It just became way more cutscene heavy than I remembered it being. And now I'm just kind of like, shit. That doesn't mean that I'm having a bad time playing it. It's just that it might end up not coming out as frequent as possible. And if you wanted to, you could just pretend like this is a giant OVA special when I make these videos, because it's an hour and a half and an episode is usually like 15 minutes long in terms of doing anything, because most Toei animations tend to have like this long fucking recap shit, and then they have that long ending shit. Actually, technically Dragon Ball, I feel, is one of the few that doesn't really do that as bad. At least Dragon Ball Z didn't. I feel like One Piece kind of has a lot to it. And they got like commercials and shit if you're watching it on TV to also fill in that gap. Maybe it's just a bias, but I definitely feel like Dragon Ball was okay with it. Not too bad, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I apologize for not doing it as nearly as much as I promised I probably would have. I don't remember if I promised it or not. I probably didn't. Who knows? I try not to promise things, because if I do promise something, then I'll feel extremely even worse if I fuck it up. And then I feel like I have to force myself to do whatever it is that I said I was going to do. But yeah, now we basically get at least a few fights for a while, I feel, because knowing how this scene's going to basically play out, we're definitely at least going to get a good amount. I wanted to make sure I land another Masenko. Not Masenko. What the fuck am I talking about? Makakon. Yeah, even I still don't remember how to say it. I don't think I've ever seen it fully, in writing yet. So, yeah. Basically, the special beam cannon. I wanted to try to knock that one in while he was still stunned. Also, my fucking arm is itchy. I don't even know why. I need to... Oh, shit. I don't know, this happens sometimes. Just randomly, like, I'll get itchy, and then it just fucking worsens. It's weird. Anyway, today was interesting. Today is the 21st of February, and as many might know, Nintendo Direct happened. And I also got off work early, so that was kind of nice. I spent the last 4 hours, basically jacking around. And it is now currently 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I got off pretty decent time. But, yeah, so I was just doing other things, trying to play Grand Blue, because 2B came out, and I was trying to learn her, because I wanted to get her when she came out. She looked pretty cool. She's got an interesting setup for it. She's alright. Still gotta learn it a bit, but yeah. I still like Nier itself. Not really the game, but the character in Grand Blue. I like her a lot. She became kind of sort of a, and I hate to admit it, but yeah, kind of a new main, because with the way that Grand Blue was, back then I used to main Charlotta, because I was one of those guys that was like, you know what, she's a charge character, no one's going to play her. And I want to prove to myself that I can play charge characters. And it's not that I don't like her still, like, she did get some decent changes, it just, because Grand Blue Versus was so basic, I feel like even with the characters that got a bit of an update, I still feel like they're just not enough. At least for Grand. Grand's pretty good now. I like what they changed for him. But anyway, I usually don't like switching mains in games, but it happens. Tekken 7, for example, I'm usually a King player in like every Tekken game. But when it came to that game, like, yeah, I'm still a King guy, but he may be my favorite character, but I still had the chance to play Kunimitsu, and I wanted to play her. Oh, 16 sounds so weird. Like, I feel like his voice never really fits him. You know, I guess I'm so used to the abridged voices doing actually a pretty damn solid job. Like, literally, I feel like the abridged characters are pretty damn good. Well, once they get to, you know, Namek and Cell, I feel like they do a pretty good job. I'm not a fan of the voice actors themselves. I think they're kind of a bit cringe, kind of, but honestly, a lot of the voices that they provide are pretty decent, so yeah. Anyway, so Nintendo Direct came out today. I think it was a Direct. I didn't watch it, though. My brother told me a lot of stuff that was going on, and there's that, you know, Wario64 guy on Twitter that I don't follow him, but I usually kind of click on his stuff to see what's going on, if there's a Direct or a State of Play or whatever. And we got some pretty interesting stuff. I guess Mother 3 is going to be on Switch, but in Japan only. And then for our online service, we're getting, like, I guess, Killer Instinct and Battletoads, and I think a few others I forgot. I need to go watch it, actually. Shit. Anyway, so we're getting some pretty cool stuff, right? I have a way to play Battletoads, I have a way to play Killer Instinct 1. But I think having them on Switch would be nice. Let me turn it up again, actually. The mic still kind of bothers me. I'm still getting used to how loud and stuff I need things to be. Anyway, so yeah, if you don't want to hear Nintendo Direct spoilers, I'd recommend not listening right now. Or at least for a while, because that's what a huge topic of this is going to be. Sorry, I'm moving things around. I got nothing else to really talk about, might as well. So, the biggest thing that apparently is coming out, Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. Pretty much, you know, Battlefront 1 and 2, the originals. And it's like, oh my fucking god. Like, you guys couldn't have released this earlier. I mean, I'm excited for it. You know, I already pre-ordered it. I'm excited for it. But there's just one problem, though, is, I guess to give a little context, I didn't want to get Battlefront 2 on my PS2 because my PS2 sometimes has problems. I've seen Battlefront 2 out in the wild, and I always wanted to get it, but never did. And then I eventually got Battlefront on Steam, but it just sucked dick. And then, I got it on Xbox, like, not even that long ago. Like, a month ago, maybe. And for at least Battlefront 2, and I played that, and I loved it. I played the Neo ones before. I played Battlefront, you know, the new Battlefront when it came out, and then didn't really get very far into it, didn't care too much for it. And then Battlefront 2, the new one, I actually like. I mean, yeah, I know the loot box shit. I can't defend against that. But I will defend the fact that I actually like Neo Battlefront 2. I actually think it's pretty fun. But anyway, so I have Battlefront 2 Classic on the Xbox because I was like, well, you know, this would be an easier way to play it. I wouldn't have to worry about PS2. Same thing with Black. I have Black on there too. It's not that I have anything fully against my PS2. It's just that if I can avoid getting it on a console that's kind of older, and I don't care enough to want to get it physically, then yeah, sure, you know, I'll grab it on like a console that at least still has it. Because I don't think PlayStation has Battlefront anywhere at all. Anyway, I like Battlefront 2 a lot, and the original one, and the new one. I think they're both pretty fun games. And it's just kind of funny that they decide to now release a collection for it. And it's like, god damn it. And then, of course, I don't know when this... I don't remember when the last video took place. Episode 9, I guess it was. I don't remember how long ago that was. Maybe a couple weeks ago. But Tomb Raider Collection came out. It's pretty good. It's pretty solid. I like it a lot. Slave Zero X came out. I pre-ordered that a while ago, too. And I've been waiting, you know, a few months for that one. And it turned out to be pretty good. It has a few things that I wish were different. Or at least they could, not necessarily patch, but could have been slightly bit better. And it's mainly the cancels. Like, I understand that jump canceling is a thing that requires timing. And that's fine. You can leave that as is. I don't mind difficulty. It's just the stiffness of the game sometimes. You know, it kind of bugs me a little bit. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like there's no way to cancel into it, because it's a 2D hack and slash, there's no way to just cancel an attack and turn around immediately to attack people behind you. But I don't know if the parry allows that, because the parry works in a way where, kind of like Bayonetta does, or in a way you could say Metal Gear Rising, except minus the square button, minus the attack button, where you pretty much flick the stick toward the direction of where the attack's coming from, and that gives you a parry. And the parry in Slave Zero is, well, Slave Zero X. I didn't know you had. I didn't know about the original one. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know about the original game. It was on Dreamcast, I guess, and it was like a 3D mech game. You can get it on Steam. It's pretty cool. I definitely want to get it at some point. Anyway, so also this lighting looks really cool. Like, he looked pretty damn cool right there with that light around him. It's pretty nice. And now we get to fight semi-perfect Cell. But yeah. So Slave Zero, it's like $30. You could always wait for like a sale. I'd say bare minimum it's worth like 20. But I'm fine with paying the 30. I got pre-order, I got early access, I got to play it, and I got, I think, to the final-ish level. But other than that, it's pretty good. It's pretty much kind of like a fighting game, but, you know, 2D beat 'em up, which, you know, there were games back then that did that too, but you don't really see that very often these days, and it's nice to have it. Other than that, for the direct shit, there was one more. It was SMT5, that's what it was. SMT5 Vengeance. And at first, my brother was telling me that there might, like, there's talks of that happening, and I said, I'm not a big fan of leaks, okay? I'm not a big fan of leaks. I'm not a big fan of, I fucking hate data miners. I fucking hate that shit. I don't say, because like with Tekken, like I hate people like, if it's a fighting game that I'm really into and I really want the surprise to be there, I fucking hate seeing games get data mined. Especially fighting games and shit, just to find out like what we're gonna get. Sometimes it depends, you know, sometimes I guess I don't mind a leak here and there. It depends on the game, of course, but I'm very particular about that shit. Anyway, so there was a potential rumor that was going around that SMT5 would get, you know, something. And I kept thinking, like, okay, well, if they're going to get, like, a new version of it, is it going to be, like, SMT4 Apocalypse? That was my first question. Is it going to be like that, where it's pretty much just a sequel to 5? And as far as I'm aware, and as far as I've seen and what I've read, no. It's just a remastered version that, or it's more of like a reported version, but on other consoles. Now, whether or not we're getting bonus content, I don't know. I don't remember if SMT5 even had DLC to begin with. I don't know. I mean, there was Demi Fiend, but I think he was just a part of the game. I think they did the same thing they did with Digital Devil Saga. Which, by the way, if you want to report a game, fucking report those. I mean, don't get me wrong, SMT5 is actually going to be pretty nice to have. Honestly, I hate to admit it, but I still have yet to beat it. I still have yet to beat Soul Hackers 2 as well, because I'm a fucking Nimrod. As much as I love Nocturne, I've only ever... Well, I like SMT a lot, but I typically don't play them nearly as much as I should, or beat them nearly as much as I should. Same thing with Persona. I mean, I've beaten 3, 4, and 5 for Persona, but I've never beaten Persona 4 Golden. I beat Vanilla. And I've not beaten 3 Vanilla yet, actually, come to think of it. Or even the remake yet. I'm still after the first boss, basically. I just got Akihiko for those that know about Persona 3. But anyway, so I've beaten 5 and 5 Royal, and I like Royal way better than Vanilla 5. But for SMT stuff, like I've beaten 4 and I've beaten, you know, Nocturne. I've beaten both Nocturnes. I've beaten the original PS2 one, and then, of course, the remastered one, which one day maybe I'll do a Let's Play of Nocturne, but I don't know yet. We'll see. That could happen. It might not. It's debatable. But anyway, so, you know, I like SMT, and I have a good amount of them, because I had to go get a few of them because of the fact that Nintendo eShop was shutting down, especially for the 3DS, so I had to make sure I had to go grab those before I had to go and get them physically, which I didn't want to do because they would have been way too fucking expensive. Well, I mean, yes and no. They would have been like $60. I think nowadays, I think Devil Survivor is the one that's gone up in price. My brother, you know, he bought himself SMT4 and Strange Journey when we were out and about one day, and I was kind of a little bit jealous. I'm like, fuck you. I kind of want those. I mean, I have them digitally, but I kind of wanted them physically just because it'd be cool. But, he didn't have them, and 3DS eShop was down. I was like, I mean, if anybody deserves to have it, it's definitely going to be him because, he wants to play him pretty bad. So it's like, let people, have the chance to play their games. Like, I don't need to be that douchebag that needs to take away the chance for somebody else to enjoy a game, right? That's not my motif. But anyway, yeah, SMT5 Vengeance is a thing, and I'm looking forward to it because I wouldn't mind having it on PlayStation. I feel like it would be fine on PlayStation. I mean, when it came out originally, I didn't care it was on Switch only. Oh, wow, that's a lie. That's half a lie. It's more so that I thought it was cool that it was on Switch because I was like, oh, wow, Switch gets an exclusive JRPG again. That's cool. Same thing with Tokyo Mirage. Like, I like Tokyo Mirage. I don't like the story of it, but I like Tokyo Mirage. I thought it was actually a pretty decent game. And, well, I liked it on Switch better, I can tell you that. On Wii U, no. I didn't like the whole Wii U shit that they were doing with it. But still, like, getting another exclusive Switch RPG was kind of nice. But at the same time, it would have been cool, because, like, back then I cared a little too much about trophies. And I've definitely softened since then. And now it's just like, okay, well, now the game's getting released. It kind of took too long, but I'll probably end up getting it anyway. If it does happen to come with bonus content, like completely new shit, then, sure, fine. That's great. Also, yes, my game got updated, and yeah, it's the next DLC. I don't have it yet. I haven't bought it yet. It's probably like $15, $20. I'm not going to go fucking buy it unless it's on sale. That's typically how I do Kakarot DLCs. Because, let's be honest, Kakarot DLC is, you're just playing Kakarot again, and they're not necessarily bad, but $20 for pretty much just an abridged episodic thing that you get with some RPG. I don't know. It's one of those things of like, do you really think it's worth it or not? Again, I don't think Kakarot's a terrible game. I don't mind playing it. It's just that when you're doing a Let's Play of it and you're sitting here and letting the cutscenes kind of play, it definitely makes it a tad bit more annoying having to, see everything again. I mean, that's typically everybody's complaint. But to be fair, for those that have never seen it, it's kind of a cool aspect. If I was playing this by myself, I would have skipped the cutscenes. It would have been fine. And I would have still, liked playing it, of course. And I still do now. I just want to be able to fight. That's all. It happens. This is why I usually don't do RPGs on the channel, is because sometimes they have games like this that are text heavy, And to be fair, like, if you're basing it on the story of Dragon Ball, even though Dragon Ball's a shonen, they don't really fight nearly as much as you think a shonen theoretically probably would. Speaking of shonen stuff, I guess apparently Japan Netflix is getting Bobobo. And it's, I guess, the first season or two, like episodes 1 through like 26. I think. I don't remember how many seasons that was, but I've only ever watched Bobobo from like episode 1 to I think 36 or something like that. I don't know. I bought a long time ago. I bought this DVD collection of it, or Blu-ray. What the fuck was it? I can't remember what it was. But either way, I have Bobobo like the first half on either DVD or Blu-ray. I forget what it was. It was some collection thing I got, and I never got the other half. I've never seen the other half. I know bits and pieces of what happens, but I've never actually seen it. And the thing is, I like Bobobo. I just... When it comes to gag manga... Oh, that's another fucking rant to go on about, is stuff like that. Mangas that go on for too long. When it comes to gag mangas and gag anime, I could only stand so much until I've just kind of gotten exhausted of it. Like, I can only laugh at something so much, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. It's not that these things are not funny when they're funny. It's just that when you're watching it in one go, or you're reading it in one go, then it starts to become a bit repetitive and kind of gets old. And, in terms of manga that I can think of that did that for me, Komi-chan was definitely one of them. I stopped kind of early. I know, I think Comey is up to, I don't know, 200 now? Something like that. Maybe. Close to 200, I forget what it was. Speaking of other repetitive manga, okay, well, Tomo-chan started. I've actually finished Tomo-chan. It got to a point where it was getting near the end of the series. Not to spoil anything too much, I guess, but it was getting near the end of the series, and I was just getting tired of things not ending, basically. And I was like, hurry the fuck up and end the goddamn thing. Like, just do it now. Like, you're wasting my fucking time. They're just dragging it out at that point, and it just kind of got old. Other than that, Tomo-chan is a pretty fine manga. It's pretty cute, you know, if you like that stuff. Another one that kind of got super repetitive pretty quick was a Haran-san. And then what I find weird is when it got animated, I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know why, but I kind of thought for a second that it was a little bit, not underground, but maybe a little less known. Or not as popular, but I guess it got popular enough to where it got an anime. But then again, I wonder if popularity is based on Japan or not. I wonder if that's the case. I feel like it probably is. And in terms of other sort of things that I got tired of, trying to think. Well, this one's not really like something I got tired of. It's just we kind of ran out of episodes to watch because we didn't know where to watch them at. Just trying to find the fucking thing is kind of hard. But Seitoko Domo, I think that's what it was called. I always get it fucked up and wrong. It's basically a slice of life comedy anime school life thing, you know, and it's a lot of just very particular humor, and it kind of gets old. Now, if you want to talk about like a pretty funny anime that at least is not incredibly repetitive and doesn't last nearly as long as it should, I would definitely go for Ghost Stories, the dub. That's still a funny story, knowing that they pretty much just didn't like I guess they didn't like the anime at all, and they're just like, yeah, fuck it, let's just make this an actual full-on abridged thing. They just like the actual dub itself is just an abridged, you know, jokey haha version of it, and that's kind of funny and interesting. And yeah, Ghost Stories is pretty funny. They got a lot of funny stuff in that. Yeah, Haran-san just, I don't know, I don't remember how far I got. I want to say maybe 40, if that. It just became kind of the same shtick over and over again with Raido. Pretty much just thinking that a Haran would do insert blank whatever here. Like, she's just a martial artist. She's a Super Saiyan now, you know. Just a misunderstanding of like what she is or what she's going to do or what she said. And that shit just kind of got old really fast for me. It wasn't really a terrible manga. It's just one of those things that just kind of got old. And there's another manga I read a long time ago called Gao Cleaning, or Gao Clean, I think it was called. It was pretty much a I think she was a Gyaru. I don't remember. Or at least a version of a Gyaru. Not necessarily like the, you know, the ones that get tans, but it's been a long time since I've read it. Anyway, it was super short. It was like 7-8 chapters long. And the fucking thing got axed, I guess. Which is why it ended up being so short. And then the mangaka was very upset with this. And so, if I remember correctly, I think he made a... I don't know if you can say on YouTube. Who gives a... Let's just say that he made his manga go south. Pretty much. He tried to dip it in, and I remember, I think it ended very anticlimactically, like nothing feels like it. I guess it came out of it. It was weird. It sucks, but I'm trying to think of some mangas I could probably recommend. I personally am of the sort that kind of likes more underground stuff, like things that nobody really reads or talks about, just to kind of keep away from all that noise that's mainly Twitter, which is why I have little to no interest in something like Jujutsu Kaisen. I think it's just, it might not necessarily be a bad thing. It might not be a bad anime slash manga, but the people that are into it seem to be the same people that are into My Hero, and I've given My Hero a chance. Didn't get very far, didn't care for it, and thought it was kind of boring, and then I get the feeling that Jujutsu might end up being that same way. It's more of like an association thing. Maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. Maybe I'll read it when the popularity of it dies down. But anyway, so I don't know. I'm kind of an asshole when it comes to things like that. I'm weird. I know. I get it. I'm ruining it for myself. I understand that, but that's just how I am. So mangas that I've read that I can say that are probably maybe more niche or underground. I don't know how niche they are. I mean, people kind of know about some of them, but I'll start with one of my favorite mangas that I've read, which it's not very underground now considering the fact that the sequel got an anime, so there's that. But it's, Mahou Shoujo of the End, or you could call it Magical Girl Apocalypse. And I have... Oh, shit. I don't have all the mangas physically for it, but I think I read most of it on, like, some thing. Anyway, so... it might have been like Manga Here back then. I think I read them on. I don't remember. Anyway, so I read all of it, loved it, and then I read all of the sequel, Magical Girl Sight, loved it, watched the anime, and I loved it to a certain point because they retconned a character's death, and I didn't like that. I thought that was kind of dumb. But other than that, it had pretty good music and it had pretty good animation and all that stuff. I was just surprised to see that it, of all things, got animated. And funny enough, the Japanese version, the Japanese dub, Nana, which, means 7. I'm not going to go into explaining why, but basically one of the quote-unquote main villains, sort of, which, she wasn't really, but it's one of those things where you have to read an offshoot manga to get it. There's one called, September, that never got animated, of course, and I wonder why. I'm not surprised why. I'm surprised that most of the manga itself didn't get animated, considering the fact that it gets pretty crazy. But anyway, so not to go into explaining too much stuff, but basically she was voiced by the voice actor of Frieza in the Japanese version, so that's pretty cool. And, what else? So, yeah, Magical Girl Sight's pretty good. I haven't read there's like another one. I think it's like a crossover between somebody else's apocalyptic thing and then that one. Another manga that I've read a long time ago that I liked, which it's kind of sad that I don't remember the exact premise of it. I think it's another one of those cases of apocalyptic / alien things kind of happen. It's called Q, and it was pretty nice. It was pretty cute. I remember liking it a lot. The girl, Q herself, was pretty adorable. And it was pretty short. I remember it being kind of short, but it was pretty nice. And then another one that I usually kind of talk about. And honestly, I probably wouldn't mind seeing animated, but I also kind of don't want to see that happen too, because I don't want people to get too hardcore into it and start blabbing and start yapping, But Dolly Kill Kill, that's another good one I like. It starts off as a, edgy apocalyptic manga, and then halfway through it kind of becomes a shonen. And it's pretty damn cool. This one, it got animated, but it's more of like an OVA thing they did for it. But Precarious Black General, that's pretty alright. I never finished it. I don't think it's even done, to be honest, but I never got that far. But it's pretty cute. Pretty cute, decent gag manga. Crisis Girls is, I think, like 2 volumes big. That's pretty alright. Of course, Dora Hedora was good. But that, I finished the manga, and now we're getting season 2, which is pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to that. I actually liked the anime. I thought it was pretty nice. I haven't finished Devilman G yet. That's another one I kind of want to finish at some point. And maybe one day, hopefully, finish the Dead Man Wonderland manga, because I never got to. I watched the anime like way back in the day, and then I tried picking up the manga, but didn't get all the volumes for it and stopped reading for a bit. I'm trying to think of other like Dorohedoro's not really underground, but I'm trying to think of some other. I don't know if you consider it underground or not, but like Killing Morph was pretty alright. Actually, wasn't that bad. Surprisingly, it was pretty fine. Pretty decent one. It's not even like super edgy either. You think it would be, but it's really not. It's not as edgy as it could be. I think the edgiest thing I've ever seen was definitely Blood Sea for sure. And people are probably gonna be like, "That's the edgiest thing you've seen?" I'm like, "Yes," because it's like just kind of edge. Like there's really good edgy stuff, and then there's just kind of like mediocre edge. I feel like Blood Sea is kind of like in the middle of those two, where it's kind of like above average edge. You know, it's pretty decent stuff for what it's worth, but it's definitely pretty fucking edgy.
That's an emergency shutdown remote control.
Trying to think of anything else I might have. I mean, Magical Girl Spec Ops was the thing for a bit, but then that got animated, so there's that. And then High Rise Invasion I thought was underground, but then that got animated. What I mean by underground is something that hasn't really been animated yet. I remember like Glepnir was a thing, and then it got animated, and nobody would shut the fuck up about it. They'd always bother me about it. Like, have you seen it yet? Have you seen it yet? It's like, motherfucker, I read the goddamn thing. That's what pisses me off. Is like, I talk about these mangas, you know, I talk about how cool they are, and then all of a sudden, the anime comes out, and now everyone wants to talk about it and act like I never fucking read it. Or I never fucking watched it. Like, I don't know anything. Like, I'm a stupid fucking loser. And I guess you could say it's maybe a case of me having a big ego, or whatever. I don't know why I do this, but I guess, you know, I tend to be a know-it-all sometimes. I sometimes just don't like it when people just either don't listen, or they just assume that I don't know shit. And it makes me feel like I'm an idiot. Even though that might not be the case of what they're trying to get at, it's just what my brain feels like. It's hard to explain, but maybe I think I explained it well enough. Pygmalion. That was another interesting manga to read. It's basically a manga about these mascot characters coming to life and killing people and stuff. And somebody gets killed with a dick. Remember that part of it? Like an actual erection, I think, like shoot, like stabs through somebody. It was okay. It was kind of short. What's that other one called? Cutie Mutie. Cutie Mutie was also fine. I didn't get to finish it though because the translation stopped at a certain point. And well, I'm not well in depth with my Japanese enough to be able to read a manga. So there's that. Then yeah, here we go. Here's Vegeta's biggest fucking mistake. Pretty much just allowing Cell to become perfect. Because he's an asshole. There was another one. God damn it. It also got canned. Pretty late in. What the fuck was it called? Ah, fuck. Well, it was... Okay, let me just explain this. It was basically a foot fetish manga, I guess you could call it. That's basically what it was. It's like about this girl that is... Was it like flexible with her feet or something like that? I forget what it was. I think it started with an A. And that one got axed. But I remember liking it. It was pretty cute and wholesome as well. And then My Wife as a Man was also kind of cute and wholesome in a way. But I don't think I got very far into that one. I don't remember. It's been a while. I know, I've seen and read some weird stuff, I guess, here and there. I usually try to go out of my way to find things that are just random that people might not know about or might not care about. I guess partly because I sometimes kind of feel bad for the mangaka. It's like, but then again, like, you know, they're probably getting enough support or even money from other things to, if their stuff got, you know, written out, I guess that's a potential chance they've been put somewhere, maybe in some, magazine or something. Oh, manga's pretty interesting because I feel like manga is obviously way more popular in Japan than it is like here. I think it just started to eventually become a bit more popular over time, over here in the West. I definitely feel like more people have started reading manga, which is nice. I like reading manga. I like reading it from time to time. I had to do that for most of JoJo, because back then, part 5 and 6 weren't a thing yet. They weren't animated yet. It's going to sound kind of lame, but yes, at the time I watched 1 through 3 with my brother because he was into it, and I was like, alright, well, let's check it out. And then ended up liking it, a lot. And then I told people, you should definitely watch part 1 and 2. And some people would rather just watch, like, the fucking hour-long OVA versions of it. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You're missing most of it. You've missed, like, the entire part of part 1 and 2. You didn't watch it. You just fucking watched the fucking recap. And then some people just don't want to watch part 1 at all because it's like, oh, it's too boring. And it's like, I mean, I can understand it being kind of boring in comparison to other stuff, I guess. But part 1 still has some good stuff to it. It's just people are fucking lazy and dumb. Okay, that sounds mean when I put it that way. But it's more so that people just would rather see the full shonen. They'd rather watch their Dragon Ball Zs than their Dragon Balls. And it's not... Like, when it comes to Dragon Ball, like, technically, I guess you don't need to watch all of Dragon Ball, like, original. You could just get away with knowing Z knowledge and be fine. Because Z is relatively drastically different than OG, but you're still missing out on, like, a huge chunk of stuff, when you think about it. You're still missing out on a lot of crap that was only really shown in Dragon Ball. Like, you don't know why Roshi exists. You don't probably know why Korin's there. You probably don't know Yajirobe and Yamcha and all them, like, what they used to be like, and you're just missing out on that. And the same thing kind of happens with JoJo. Like, you're just missing the whole point of Dio. Like, you're missing that build-up. And if you jump straight to part 3, well, then you've got no fucking build-up. Now you're like, well, Dio's kind of a shit villain because he's got no character to him. I wonder fucking why. And then, like, you're missing the entirety of part 2 just because it doesn't have fucking stands. Like, dude, part 2 is like one of my favorite parts. Literally. Because it's so fucking cool. Joseph is so fucking cool in part 2. And people would rather just skip it because, well, it's easier to get caught up just, either watching the OVA or just skip part 1 and 2 in general and then go with that. Yeah, but you're missing Jonathan. Like I said, you're missing the build-up of Dio. And then in part 2, you're missing all of, like, the cool shit that Joseph did. You're crippling yourself at that point. And it's dumb. And the reason why I'll stand on that hill versus Dragon Ball is because at least with Dragon Ball, like, you could get away with it. You could technically, understand Goku and understand, like, Krillin and all of them and why they're there. Like, you can kind of you can get it because, in all honesty, Dragon Ball the original was mainly a gag manga at first, and then it kind of started to get a bit more dark later on. But you'd also be missing on a Piccolo too. That's the other thing too. Like, why is Piccolo a bad guy? But I guess the thing I can understand about Dragon Ball Z, because one, back then, it was the popular one, and to be fair, yeah, part 3 for JoJo was kind of the same way too. But you can kind of get most of the characters' goals in Dragon Ball Z. You can kind of understand, like, why these villains exist or where they came from Z. even just a little bit. Like you can kind of get that feeling of it. And Z just feels like a completely new adventure, which yeah, with JoJo, like every new generation is a new adventure, of course. But yeah. Now, for part 5 and part 6, I guess you could theoretically watch them out of order. I could say that one's probably okay enough. I feel like for the first 3, you definitely gotta watch them in hopefully the same order. Because I feel like, Dio's build-up would make more sense, because he's a reoccurring villain in, part 3, and then, like, Joseph being him. But then again, I guess with part 2, you could probably also do the same thing with Dragon Ball, where you could skip that and be relatively okay, because if you're gonna skip, Dragon Ball itself, OG Dragon Ball, you'd be missing out on Goku's adventures and why he became so strong and cool. But this does feel like a somewhat different. Well, in the beginning, it's the same Goku. Like you can definitely tell it's the same Goku in the beginning of Z, but he definitely changes immensely in this part. It's crazy. But yeah, for part 5 and 6, like, yeah, it's mostly just like Jotaro's kind of there, but he's not really there. Part 4, Jotaro's, yeah, I don't know. I feel like JoJo's the easier one to kind of just be like, yeah, you should definitely watch those, because you have the ability to do it. Why not? Like, you'll be better off for it. And same thing with Dragon Ball, I guess you could say. The same thing with Dragon Ball. Like, if you got caught up on OG Dragon Ball, you would definitely feel a lot better when you get to Dragon Ball Z. And even if you didn't watch it or read it first, you can always just go back, watch it, read it, and be like, wow, I missed out on this. Now I understand why there's a tournament. Now I understand why there's, like, why Roshi's there, or why, besides being the master, like, what did he teach Goku? Because Goku's just so fucking powerful, like, I don't get it. Granted, people can do whatever they want, I know. I'm just talking to mainly talk. I'm sure they're probably just going to recap all that stuff anyway. They're just going to narrate over it, I'm sure.
What's your end goal? The tournament will showcase my strength and true greatness, and plunging the world into terror will be a nice little bonus as well.
We've actually gotten pretty far in like 40 minutes. And I still have an extra 40 minutes to go, I guess.
Destroying, tormenting, lording over you. But my real passion, of course, is to see the look on people's faces as they cower.
One thing I should probably do, and I keep telling myself I should probably do it, but I probably won't, is knock out a few more of these. I think it'd be very beneficial. But another thing that makes these harder to knock out is if I don't actually have a story to tell. I don't have anything to talk about. And it kind of makes the cutscenes go on longer because, it just end up being me practically repeating the same shit that they've already repeated. Oh, wow, Cell took off, and now he's going to go do his thing. He's going to go, announce a tournament and shit later on. Wow. We didn't totally just see that, 5 seconds ago when I just saw it happen, and now I have to explain it. See, that's what a bad Let's Player would do. A bad Let's Player would just sit there with their mouth closed the entire time. Probably, breathing heavy into the mic. And just being, like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. You're one of Dr. Android. You're an android? Like, they do that shit. They'll just repeat the same shit that they've been told, like, a few minutes ago. Rather than having, like, some story to tell or some topic to talk about, they just repeat shit on screen. That's when you should just give up. Alright. Let me say this. You shouldn't really give up on stuff that you're passionate about. If you are willing enough to put in the effort to be a streamer or a Let's Player or whatever, don't just give up just because. Learn how to make yourself better at what you do. Start getting topics to talk about. Start getting stories to tell, or just anything. Just do something outside of it, and then come back to your stream and be like, oh my god, guys, I can't believe this happened today. Like, some girl called me cute, or whatever, you know? Anything like that of the sort would definitely benefit to your content, for sure. Being able to shut up is also a skill that I have yet to learn. That I have been lambasted about. But the thing is, because I came from a time period on YouTube. It's going to show my age, I know. I came from a time period on YouTube where constant talking was important, and that even like the smallest slither of dead air would just get you fucking killed. Like, people just needed to have a constant talking in the background, or even in the, you know, foreground, or whatever, if they were watching it directly, or however. It wasn't really super bad, I guess, but it kind of felt like it was like that at all times. And nowadays, it's more so that you could just sit there, watch a fucking goblin sit in his fucking chair with his legs up. Some fucking skinny, dumbass looking hobgoblin sitting there, you know, just reacting to videos, quote unquote, basically leaving his fucking chair for 5 minutes while watching and reacting to content. That's apparently like the newest cool shit now. How anybody likes that, I have no fucking clue. It just, I don't know. You could say, like, it doesn't appeal to you. Like, I get that. Yeah, but it's just dreadful. Like, how can anybody like somebody that doesn't even deliver the bare minimum of content? And that's why I will probably never try to be a streamer, and probably just at all, really. I just got no, like, it'd just be too much. And on top of that, I definitely don't want to turn into somebody like that needs to just content farm and then fucking sit there in my chair, look like a prepubescent, you know, 13-year-old in school sitting in his chair, watching videos that, you know, probably most likely don't even get credited anyway. I mean, to be fair, nothing does these days anymore. Nothing ever will. That's just how it works. And they just basically just sit there and go, how is that content? I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I get it, like, if somebody is streaming, say, like I don't know, like, a meme compilation, and they find it funny, that's one thing. And that's also kind of nice, too, because then, you know, somebody who didn't know that was there, or wasn't going to look it up, could see it there and watch it with them. But man, are people just fucking sometimes just bad at just even trying to remotely be interesting, to even give any sort of semblance of human traits of just talking. It's really fucking bad. Honestly, the biggest thing that can kill your channel is being fucking boring. That's like the biggest killer. Which, by the way, shit that's fucking boring. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone does not like being bored. I don't think anybody on the planet likes being bored. I get bored so fucking often now. It's horrid. And I think it's because I've ruined my brain. You know, I've had so much opportunities to have dopamine hits just all the time, like playing games or whatever. And it's just, now if I don't even get like that small little fix of dopamine, now it's just fucking boring. Now I don't know what to do. Now I'm stuck being fucking bored, and it's horrid. I get angry when I'm scared, and I get angry when I'm bored. And oh my god, shit that's fucking boring. Oh my lord. Like, it's one thing to have something bad, but at least it's not boring. I'm trying to think. Vegeta goes back in the chamber, and Piccolo goes in the chamber, of course, to not really anything too special. At least for Piccolo, I don't think he really gains much from it at all, really. Vegeta kind of does. He might not really get much out of it on paper, like when you first see it. But I guess, near the end when he hits Cell to distract them, you can kind of feel, well, I don't even know if it being powerful enough would really matter. I don't know. I don't know why you fucking would bother.
The evil demon King Piccolo. They were also unaware of Vegeta, the Saiyans, and the others that fought Frieza on Namek. Goku was no more than
Yeah, but this is different. This is literally Final Form. Well, it's pretty damn close to true Final Form Cell, so.
Game to him? No way. I can't believe he actually went on television and told everyone
Can you imagine if Cell ended up being a good guy?
he's going to kill
How powerful he could... Okay, the thing is with Cell, though, I don't think he has potential to grow, right? I think he just ends up being just that. How the fuck did Cell Max come back? Oh, yeah, I think they either made a new one, or they just... I forgot how it worked. I don't remember at all. Cell Max was just kind of weak, in my opinion, as for the villain. Gamma was okay. At least they were interesting.
What are they doing out this early?
But I feel like Cell Max kind of feels like wasted potential. I feel like the superhero movie feels like a bit of wasted potential. Like, you had Orange Piccolo, which, was pretty damn cool sounding. And then he just gets, clubbed by fucking Cell anyway. In his own fucking movie. Because, well, Gohan's more popular. Gohan's more cooler, so let's just have Beast fucking Gohan. Like, okay.
Someone get us up to speed on what's going on. Right. Here's what happened. Cell games, huh?
Thank God they weren't just going to re-explain that. I'm so glad.
That sounds kind of fun. Mr. Popo, you still got my uniform?
Goku, you got a titty hanging out.
Mr. Piccolo?
Bro's got a whole fucking tit just sitting right there, waiting to be suckled on.
sure thing. You're gonna look real good in this.
Gohan looks kind of weird in this game's version of him here. I don't know. It's
Hey! Thanks, Mr.
the size of his head, the hair, I guess. I don't know.
Think you have what it takes to beat Cell? Not sure. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting him in this perfect form of his yet. Actually,
I just think he technically gets a more perfect form. Technically.
there we go.
There's perfect form, and then there's perfect. Basically, the one where he comes back, he's pretty much perfect because, he can just do that. So there you go. Without doing really much, Goku and Gohan, well, I mean, they did stuff off screen. We didn't have to do shit, and they gained XP for it.
Yep, in the flesh.
So what do you think, Goku? Are you willing to let the fate of your world be
I
decided?
wonder if we could probably beat Cell in the next 30 minutes. 30 to 40 minutes. You guys think we can probably do that? I mean, a lot's about to happen. We still gotta wait for, like, fucking Vegeta to go back in and actually go in general, I guess.
Yes, indeed.
If they do that, we gotta wait for Hercules bullshit.
But until then, don't go killing anybody. Not one person. Got it?
We already killed off enough people anyway.
We're gonna have a great match.
And technically, even if he did kill people, like, what's it gonna matter? They're just gonna get brought back anyway. That's how it works. I guess just in the off chance that they've died before, then I guess that's one thing.
So, Goku, what do you think?
I think we're fucked.
Honest, I didn't think he'd power up as much as he did. Okay, so I won't know for sure until I fight him, but I'm probably not going to be strong enough to beat him.
And that's gotta be one of the most scariest things that you'll ever hear in Dragon Ball is Goku saying, "I don't think I could beat him." I think Bruv's gonna run fades on me. I don't think I can beat him. Did I use that term right now? I don't even know anymore. I'm about to get Cell back shots, and not looking forward to that. Not looking forward to that at all. Sorry, my ears are a tad bit itchy here. One thing I can say for sure, even if we don't finish Cell off completely in this part, in this episode, we might be able to finish him off, at the very least, in the next one. Only thing I'm worried about is not having a save. Because then that would mean I had to either just continue on for like another half an hour or whatever, or however long. I mean, I could technically do it. It's not that I don't have time to do it. It's just, I'd rather just not waste too much time today. Not that technically doing this is a waste. I'm getting it done, you know. It's at least getting finished. I don't know. We'll figure it out. This will either be an hour and a half or 2 hours. You guys will know. You guys will know for sure what it is because, well, I mean, you're about to find out. Alright, there we go. Vegeta versus Cell and Gohan versus Goku matches. 2 fights in one singular episode. How crazy. Oh yeah, not that anybody probably cares on this channel. I don't know if you guys are keeping up with our co-op stuff or not. I have no idea. But Goemon that was going on my friend's channel, well, my battery from my 64, because that's what we're using my memory card on my 64 to play the game. And, well, yeah, so the battery, I don't know if it's actually the battery. Something fucked up. I don't know. All I know is that something's fucked up, and, well, we didn't really lose the save. It's really weird. We didn't really lose out on the save. It just, for some dumbass reason, won't let us save. We found a way to go into, like, Mario Kart 64, I guess, and you can see that there's a save file still there.
Training, right? Then let's go somewhere as a family.
Well, I'm not completely finished, but okay, sure.
Good, it's settled. Now that Goku finally has his license, we can borrow a large car from my father and take a relaxing drive to the lake as a family.
Okie dokie. Anything we should bring?
I'll put some lunch together for us. Can I count on you for some meat and
Oh, god damn it.
Meat and fish.
Oh, god damn it. Alright, let me take a
I'll need to
sip of my drink here real quick.
bring all that back, and I'll
Sorry.
have a feast.
I hate drinking on recording, but, yeah.
Time to get collecting.
It's been a bit. It's been long enough. I'm kind of far into the video anyway. It's quite alright. Oh, look at that. I gotta go find fucking frozen rabbit meat. I have no idea where frozen rabbit meat's gonna be located. You probably gotta go buy it. I'm gonna look this up, actually, before we do that. We'll find out. Let me see here. If I had to guess, you probably buy it from, like, a store? No, wait, you go to fucking... Oh, for fuck's sake. Where is it? No. We can go get some senzu beans. So apparently, I guess it's in here. Because it'd be frozen. So, you go to... Meat isn't just laying on the ground. It's there. You gotta go fucking blow up blocks of ice. How the fuck would I have known that?
Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now. I need to hurry.
Who's gonna cause trouble? I don't know. Anyway, let's go see if we can find some of these blocks of ice. Just apparently laying around or some shit. I don't know. Ah, fuck. I haven't done one of these in a while. I mean, we can always just do side quest shit. You know, we don't have to...
Lots of energy.
We don't have to do full-on everything. Right? technically speaking. We can do side quest stuff, but I don't know if I feel like it. Not really a fan of the side quests in this game. I kind of gotten tired of doing them. What the hell are these stupid, dumbass blocks of ice? Well, they'd probably be most likely, you know, near where ice is kind of at, right? Yeah, I guess so. Ah, hell with it. I need to get stamina back anyway. Let's just go fucking beat their asses. And I just have Gohan with me now, so that makes things just a little bit easier to deal with. Fucking A, dude. Even if we do happen to run out of health, I mean, the worst that's going to happen, we just go back and go to a campsite and be fine. Did he just get healed? I'm sure there's probably a guy that healed him, didn't it? Also because... Hold on. Oh, okay. I was going to say, Gohan's at least... No, he's not Super Saiyan 2 yet. That's right. Yeah, that one's gone. This guy thinks he's big tough. Because he's like level 41. I'm like fucking 45, dude. I got you in a body bag. You ain't shit. There. Alright, so basically, somewhere around here, I'm on thegamer.com for those that are curious about where I'm getting my stuff from. So yeah, I guess you gotta go to find giant rocks of ice. That might not be it. That might just be a regular rock. Well, where the hell? I mean, there's one, I guess. Yeah, that's one. Is that it? That was fucking it. What? My thing is, like, how would you know that's there? What would give that away? I mean, yeah, the frozen part of it, I guess you could say, like, well, the frozen part, you know, you go to the ice place, you go to the snowy place, like, yeah, that makes sense. That's not the part that doesn't make sense. What doesn't make any fucking sense is why rabbit meat is in there. Why the hell not, I guess. Alright. Here you go. Let's just skip all this bullshit. It's just the usual. I mean, I know that it's a voiced sequence, but... Oh. What the? I wasn't paying attention. Where the fuck did they go? What am I doing now? What the fuck am I doing now? Yeah. That's cool. Oh, for fuck's sake. Does it always have to be? I gotta go get Memorite. Hold on, there might be something here. Yeah, the game's kind of giving me a direction to go, so I guess maybe it's... Oh, thank fuck. Maybe they did that for the frozen rabbit meat, too, and I just was being kind of dumb and wasn't paying attention, I guess. Alright, how do I... I'm not going to be able to find any, right? Here's the thing, I guess. It's probably a D medal anyway. Let's be real. That's one of them. Oh. Alright. Android 21's up to some shit. I don't know what she's doing, but she's been here. She's been on that other fucking ice place. Confusing the fuck out of me. There's a thing right there. We can go grab. Just because. We're near it. We might as well. Wow. Damn. Zam. That's old. That's old. That's for babies. Alright. What the fuck is that last one at then? It'd be nice if I could just see through rocks. You know, if I could just sense shit through rocks. Are you kidding me? Oh. Should be right here. And let me guess, I gotta go to fucking Bulma's place now? Yep. Exactly what I thought. Exactly what I kind of expected we'd have to do. Yeah, we're not going to be able to beat Cell in this amount of time.
Homer's house really stands out. Now to take this back to Capsule Corps.
Not anytime soon. No. I think she's like, yeah, good. Okay, she's at least right here. That's good. Thank God. Did they say that Gohan Super Saiyan 2 form was ready? I thought they... I don't know.
There we go.
Oh yeah, I guess we're gonna go fix up a...
Almost. The chip you helped us build was successfully integrated.
See, because this part,
Tiny.
I think, actually was in it. Yeah. This was actually a thing inside
Cranial chamber here.
the show and stuff, so... There we go. Now we're, I think, back on track in terms of content stuff. And now I wait another fucking hour and have to find something else to talk about. I don't know. I'm just gonna go fucking scroll Twitter, I guess.
Hey, you.
Get this. So my fucking... I do want to say that my fucking dumbass... I don't know why I never thought about this, but like I always keep forgetting that Mario All-Stars had a Wii port. That they actually had a... They took Mario All-Stars, the original Mario All-Stars on Super Nintendo, and then made it on the Wii. And like every time I see Mario All-Stars on Wii, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
Are you the ones who prepared me? I am grateful.
Oh, no need to mention it. If you
Like how do I forget about that all the time? I don't know.
on here. After all, he helped us fix you.
But I do, because I'm a dumbass.
Hello?
Searching.
Honestly, there's nothing.
Profile found.
Hold on.
Son of Goku.
Let me turn down my volume here.
Whose son doesn't mean you have to terminate him.
He is irrelevant.
Because there's this... I think I remember seeing this. I haven't seen a trailer for it yet, but this game called Evil v Evil.
I guess I can live with that.
It's another horde shooter.
Staring at me. Why?
Look, I mean, you know, if you like horde shooters, that's fine and dandy, but
Wish to run a field test in the nearby
nah, I'm not a big fan of.
functionality.
I'm not a fan of those.
Well, I don't see a problem with that.
Come
To
with
be
me,
fair,
Gohan. Your
like
may be required.
Killing Floor is kind of neat. Left 4 Dead's kind of neat. No, zombies from Call of Duty Zombies was kind of neat,
He should be.
of course.
But we just
It's just that I've kind of gotten tired of.
know what could happen.
I mainly gotten tired of the zombies shit. Oh,
I will go on ahead. Find me in the forest.
that's fucking weird. Apparently, I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently for SMT5 Vengeance... Oh, god damn it. Well, basically what I guess I saw was... You're not going to be able to transfer your save file. Like, it's pretty much the same game, but you're not going to be able to transfer your save file. But you can apparently transfer over 3 of your demons from the compendium. Oh, oops. Like, oh fucking boy! Thanks, Atlas. It's like that fucking dumbass Soul Hackers 2 DLC shit they tried pulling. By try pulling, I mean they actually fucking did.
How's that body of
They physically did it. They made it to where you pretty much have to, buy
Diagnostics indicate
classic demons.
functionality.
Sorry, when you connect the controller, it turns it off. Fix that fucking shit. Yeah, that's funny if that's true, and also just pure evil.
you like animals?
Wait, a new Atlas girl. What the fuck?
They put me
Wait, we're getting a new girl?
I like
An SMT5? What the fuck?
all sorts of things interest me actually. I'm hoping to be a scholar someday.
a fine goal. I am certain you will
I still haven't seen the trailer for
scholar.
5's update yet. I've been dicking around doing other things.
Are you really out to kill my dad?
Affirmative. That is my only directive. I have no other use. As a result, I was declared defective and stored away.
That's what sucks. That's what sucks about 16.
Conflict. Therefore, as a weapon, I am
Pretty much only... Yeah, basically, yeah, like what he said. Pretty much being defective and all that.
Dr. Giraud
And tossed away. Even though technically he is the son of Jiro, or at least a recreation of the son that he had. And then Jiro wanted to, you know, I guess replicate that, but then it's still kind of weird they decided to throw him away.
Don't say that.
It's the truth.
What the fuck? Oh.
So this is where all them cuddly critters been hiding.
Kind of weird they're running around with the Red Ribbon Army robots.
Just folks. Looking to make a
Alright, let's just beat their ass.
What?
Sorry, I'm still kind of scrolling through Twitter. Like, nothing's really going on. Oh, I guess also, yeah, there's the Elden Ring DLC. That's a thing. But yeah, I still haven't beaten Elden Ring yet. And on top of that, not the biggest fan of Elden Ring, to be honest. Not because, like, oh, it's super popular and that everybody likes it. I just prefer the other Souls games. I'm more of a Bloodborne, Sekiro / Demon Souls fan. I know, I'm lame as fuck. I get it. It's just, you know, if I don't really care much for something, I just don't care for it. Simple, right? Doesn't mean it's bad. I just haven't gotten to that point where I would say that I really like it a lot, you know? I think the last thing I beat was, I don't fucking know, the other version of Margot. I can't remember at all where the fuck I'm at. I know I'm in, like, in the snow place or whatever, and I have to avoid the giant ice dragon thing, which I thought was mandatory, but I guess he's optional, so. At least I don't have to fight him. He's giving me some shit.
You folks are greasier than a dog in a hubcap factory.
Nice. Yeah, I should probably get off Twitter, because it's just gonna be nothing but fucking
As well as for assisting
pain.
repairs. My apologies for not thanking you sooner.
Oh, it's no big deal.
Yeah, honestly,
The real reason
we're getting some pretty decent games this year.
see between my
Because usually I'm kind of afraid of that every year, but
I intended to personally
we're getting
evaluate your potential
getting some stuff, you know, here and there.
patient with approachers.
Last year was pretty interesting. I mean, Dead Space Remake was pretty alright. Kind of wish that they would have fixed a lot of the bugs. But, you know, it is what it is. So, what can you do? What can you say? I'm going to open my Clip Studio real quick. While I got the chance.
Stronger.
Just so I know. Yeah, so the last episode of Kakarot was episode 9, okay.
We aren't.
Let us return.
I was confused about that for a while.
We'll be worried if we take too long.
And
Let's head
I gotta send myself something. It's an art tip thing. I usually do this when I'm on Twitter. Sometimes I'll see like art tips and shit, and I'm like, you know, I need that.
How'd it go?
Whoa.
Exceptional. I am fully operational.
Oh, that's my stomach.
Nice job out there, boys. I heard you rounded up some
I'm gonna
potions.
save a few things here
Bet you socked him something fierce, huh?
in just a minute.
Morons going up against the son of Goku and
I know this is basically perfect content, but you know.
with nothing, really. I know.
Oh, well.
Why don't you stay for dinner? It's the least
Oh,
I
well.
can do to repay you for your help.
It is what it is. It do what it do. I also bought
I haven't done anything.
a shirt
Silly. Make yourself
that
at home and
is
sit
a
down.
World of Horror shirt. It's coming in
For you, okay?
sometime. Don't know exactly when, but it looked pretty damn cool. So I'm kind of hoping that it comes in pretty soon. I know they're having like a delay of a couple of weeks, so we'll see what happens. The problem with fucking buying shirts, like gaming shirts or anything like that, is they're just super stupid fucking expensive.
So go on then.
Like $30 some fucking dollars for a shirt. I haven't bought a shirt in a while, but still, you know, it's like, god damn, dude.
Gohan's probably living his life right now.
Why's it gonna be that much?
Jealous, Goku?
And that's not even like counting shipping either.
I love myself some good grub, but nothing beats your home-cooked meals. And if we're being honest, I'd choose them over any spread in the world.
See, this is why I should have gotten off Twitter, because like now I'm on my computer on Twitter
Even if it's just flattery,
looking at dumb shit.
embarrassed.
Things that I definitely for sure cannot show on YouTube.
Shortly after Gohan had returned,
A lot of Fudacock.
After having been dispatched to defeat the monster known as Cell, the Royal Guard has been utterly decimated due to one of Cell's attacks. I repeat,
You know, okay, I don't want to get into that topic, but I'm gonna talk about.
We're innocent people.
I don't even want to say. I don't even want to fucking say it because I don't want to even fucking bring it up. I don't want to fucking bring it up.
To Piccolo about something.
It has to do with art. Yeah, and I'd rather just not mention anything at all.
What does he need to talk to Piccolo about?
It'd be easier that way. Pull up my... Yeah, okay. Alright. Are we doing anything yet? Okay, no. We're still fucking around. I think maybe... The next time we get a chance to just save the game and then stop before things get really bad, I think will be a good time. We should just end the episode. I know we're like an hour and 15 in, but I feel like this cutscene might be, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes long,
And I want to
give or take.
to wish all the people back who were killed by Cell.
sorry, but it's not like flipping a switch. We're stuck together forever. Exactly why I needed to think so long and hard about it before coming to a decision.
Wow, that must have been a tough call.
Goku looks weird.
I know. Maybe I could ask
It's mainly because they didn't shade or
if he agreed.
do the nose very well. They just kind of put it on and let all the lighting handle the rest. And the lighting is kind of super fucking bright, so...
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, alright. If we do get a chance to save it, I'll save it.
King Kai's assistance, Goku managed to zero in on the Namekian survivors' new home world.
That must be a hell of a thing to just all of a sudden see pop up fucking Goku and be like, what the fuck?
Was given a hero's welcome by the
Like, uh-oh. Trouble afoot. Look at that guy in the background there, like, in between those two guys.
Mori if he knew any candidates suited to becoming
His proportions look so off, it's weird.
as luck would have it, Mori knew just the person.
I mean, hell, even,
It was none other
yeah, Mori, that's what his name was. Even Mori looks kind of... He looks okay, I guess, but...
Dente.
Piccolo, it's been too long.
Wait 1 sec. I'll have Gohan and Krillin here in a jiffy.
God damn it. We're gonna watch the entire scene, huh? Yep.
See,
They're gonna make us do everything.
guys, meet Earth's new guardian. Is that really you, Dende?
Goku, you can't just go to other planets and kidnap children.
Blondie here is Gohan.
Krillin, Gohan, it's great to see you two.
Are you really gonna be the new guardian?
That's right. I'm really glad our paths could cross again.
Dende, is it true that you can restore the Dragon Balls?
Yes, I can.
I don't know if you would consider this an ass pull or not. I don't think so.
But if we use the
It's a relatively nice setup for it, considering the fact that, like, you know, Namekians can just make Dragon Balls.
We would then get 3 wishes, right? Same as on
Because, like, they gotta come from somewhere, right? So I guess... I don't know if... I don't think I would probably call it an ass pull.
I suppose that
Could be potentially maybe good foreshadowing, or even
to make the proper adjustment.
possibly good on Toriyama to remember that Namek is a thing at all. I don't think he would forget, considering the, you know, Frieza and all that shit.
Let's do it.
All right, I'll begin right away.
Why does Mr. Popo feel like he'd be a Crash Bandicoot villain?
Stored now.
Wait, what? Already?
Nice.
Looks like this little guy has some serious power.
He's been through some shit, so I wonder why.
Dragon Balls then. Gohan.
Oh no, you're gonna make me do that. Please don't make me fucking get them all.
Until the Cell games start.
At least do it off screen. You did everything else off fucking screen. Do this one.
Later.
Yep. Okay, well, you know what? Let's see here. How about this? What if we just go get, like, maybe most of them? and then end off the episode before it gets too late. Because we probably have to bring all the Dragon Balls back anyway, right? So what if we just go get the Dragon Balls and then just call it an episode and just be done, right? I think that'd be a good idea. Kind of fucking sucks we gotta go get them all, though. But I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Not much of a choice. There we go. Hopefully there's maybe 3 in one area, because that would help out tremendously. There might be, you never know. Let's go ahead to Sacred Land real quick, because God knows I want to be there. Come on, load. Thank you. Yeah, 21's up to some shit. I'm curious. Because she keeps showing up everywhere in every level. She might be up to something. I think it's just more of a case of, hey, she's just here. So, kind of an interesting thing going on, huh? Even though there's really not much actually going on. What the fuck was that noise? Was that the Dragon Ball noise? I don't know. I thought I heard a noise that sounded like something clanging. Beats me. We should probably... Okay. If we're going to level anybody up, it should probably be Gohan. Because let's be honest, that's going to be the main contender for a while. So, yeah. You told me there's a Dragon Ball here. Where the fuck is it? You fucking told me there was one here, you fucking assholes. Swear to God. I hate when they do that shit. Where they leave parts of the map kind of, you know, outside the jurisdiction I'm already in now. Shit's fucking annoying. But yeah, if you couldn't tell, I'm getting kind of tired doing this right now. I kind of want to just move on and... Yeah, that was a Dragon Ball noise. Okay. I just want to fuck off and do something else today. I don't want to do this shit all day. It's already basically 4:30. Like, I started recording at 3, and it's pretty much goddamn close to 4:30. And it's like, fudge. There's a race over there. I'm not doing that. Oh. There it is. Unless there's a second one there. I don't know. There might have been a second one in here. I don't think so, but... I don't know. How about we just not? I don't want to fight anybody. I just want to get in here and get the hell out. We could try talking to Android 21, just for the hell of it. See if she gives us anything at all, or says anything relatively new. What'd that say? Oh, okay. Alright, we got what? 3 more, maybe? Something like that? I don't know. I wasn't keeping track. It kind of does suck that they make you do this. It's nice they give you the option to do it normally, which is neat, but doing it outside of just normal gameplay and having to do it in story is fucking annoying. But I think this is like the only time to make you do this shit. Story-wise. I think so. I don't know. The hell? Oh yeah, right. That's right. Yeah, but we have to be fucking... What's this nuts? Cool. Very cool. We gotta be Piccolo in order to fight. I think. Oh, you're gonna make me blow up the entire building to get the one fucking goddamn Dragon Ball? Is that how it's gonna be? And I'm about to have like some jackass try to come over here and try to fight me right now, and I don't want to deal with that. Would you drop down and get it? Fuck. Okay, we got 2 more, so the rest should be in theory at Kame House. I would at least hope that's the case. Well, let's find out, I guess. Grillin's up to some shit. Okay, I see only 1. Wait. Yeah, I only see just the 1. What the fuck? Do we have the other? No, if we had the other Dragon Ball, wouldn't the game just tell me, like, hey, you already have the other one? I have no clue. At all.
Trouble later. Best to deal with this now.
No, I don't want to deal with it now. I want to fuck off and leave.
Star Dragon Ball. Boy, am I glad to see this.
Wow. I think they just crashed and they tried. Oh, there we go. Papaya Town. That's what it was. Wait a minute. What's the name of that town that what's her nuts is from? What's her fucking name? God damn it. The girl from Dr. Not Dr. Stone. Dr. Schlump. Starts with an A. Arale. Or Arale. Or Alale, I guess you could say. Yeah, her. I forget what town she's from, like Strawberry Village or some shit. I can't.
6 stars. And that makes all 7.
Wait, you're not gonna make me.
Hoping to do this without not power.
Oh no, you're not gonna stick me in a cutscene, are you? I fucking knew it. I had all the chance. Shit, I had every fucking chance to leave. I still have a chance to fuck off and leave. Oh, thank God. Alright, we're level, like, what, 45 now? Yeah, we're level 45. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to the end of Cell. I think next time we'll probably end up beating him and possibly starting the Boo Saga. Which will mean we're getting close to the end of the game. So probably, like, what, maybe 3-4 more videos left to go? But anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you all next time. We'll play some more Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And as always, take care, everybody.